What is the latest about Israel and Palestine war?
As Israel continues with its bombardment on Gaza, Israel asked all its citizens to leave Egypt, including Sinai, Jordan, Morocco, because of the regional escalating tension against Israel. They also asked all its citizens who have been living in those mentioned countries to leave immediately because of safety precautions.
Isn't the war changing the way people see Israel?
Yes, because of the continued war, there have been several protests against Israel all over the world, especially from the Middle East and the Arab world at large. And also there has been violence and hostility against Israel and Jewish symbols across the world. And because of further tensions, Israel asked all its citizens to leave Turkey, including diplomats and its security details, because of safety precautions.
How does Israel feel about its security in other parts of the world?
Israel asked all its citizens to avoid most Arab countries, especially United Arab Emirates and Bahrain. They also asked all its citizens to avoid some Asian countries like Malaysia, Bangladesh, Indonesia, and the Maldives. This was long before Israel prepared a ground war against Gaza, whereby by now very many people have been killed and displaced.
And what is happening in Gaza right now?
Millions of Palestinians have been moved and displaced out of Gaza. Thousands have been killed. Palestinians have no access to the outside world. Imports and exports in and out of Gaza has been restricted. Also transit in and out of Palestine has been restricted. And right now there is a negotiation between Israel and Palestine to swap prisoners of war and hostages.
Is Israel about to end this conflict soon?
No, because Israel has so far deployed thousands of military reservists around Gaza, and this would be devastating for Palestine because so far more than 2 million people have been evacuated from Gaza. Iran is also warning Israel that this war could spark serious regional conflict because fighting groups like the Hezbollah from Lebanon is also contemplating joining the war to fight alongside the Hamas.
Do you think Israel will easily win this battle?
Wait, before I tell you whether Israel will easily win this battle, this to let you know that this information is powered by the Forest Resort Rweza Entebbe Uganda. That place is so marvelous as always. It has everything that you need with vibe, partying, kids park, accommodation, and many others. Just go there and check out the place.
Back to question. Do you think Israel will easily win this battle?
Israel's ground war against Gaza is complex, difficult, and vast because of the widespread complex underground tunnels which has been built by the Hamas. It has been used to make surprise attacks against Israeli soldiers. The tunnel is 500 kilometers or 300 miles under Gaza. These underground tunnels are so difficult for the Israeli defense forces because the Hamas use them to hide from bombardment, move undercover around Gaza, resupply its forces, concealment, and also hide hostages and also conduct surprise attacks.
Can you illustrate this more?
Imagine an Israeli soldier being in Gaza at war fighting the enemy. Then all of a sudden an enemy soldier pops up and attacks him. That is the situation an Israeli soldier is facing right now. Remember, those tunnels are also helping the Hamas to protect themselves against airstrikes because the tunnel is 250 feet deep. Some parts of the tunnel are wired with electricity and communication, and also the tunnel is wide enough to move equipment, forces, and ammunition.
Is that all?
No, that's not all. The Hamas use these underground tunnels to move around, pop up, attack the enemy, pop back inside the tunnel. And also they use this tunnel to hide bombs and rockets. They have also placed the bombs under the main roads and buildings, and this is very challenging to the Israeli defense forces.
Where is Hamas right now as the bombings continue?
Some of them are hiding under those tunnels, and that's where their weapons are, and that is the military infrastructure that they are relying on. Though the Israeli defense forces are trying so hard to destroy those tunnels. The Israeli soldiers are fighting soldier on soldier, block to block in order to finish the Hamas. The Hamas on the other side is using home court advantage to counter the Israeli soldiers. It is difficult on both sides, but we pray that this war ends.
This man!